What up? It's Sunday. It's a fucking little afternoon, and I got Rick throwing trash out, head banging all over the place. Rick! Whoop whoop. So here we are. We're in this fucking room. It's pretty empty. Got the grow up stuff here. We're gonna tear down the closet today. We're gonna remove the ceiling fan, and me and Ricky, Ticky, Icky, Licky, Sicky, Mickey, Fricky, Taffy, we're about to rip up this carpet. And then we gotta sweep the floor, and then we gotta fucking wash the walls off with bleach. And then it's time to convert this room. You excited?
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun to look at when it's all set up, huh?
Oh, it's gonna be fun
Big
to look
plastic fucking
at.
greenhouse.
It's gonna be fun to look at it once the first batch is hanging.
Yeah?
And the one part of the room, yeah. And then that'll be the best to look at, because then it'll be like a couple weeks from that hanging, and then bam, we'll be fucking doing not slim one dabs.
Can we tear this carpet up now? I think we're pretty much ready.
I think so.
Alright, let's do it, fucking short vlog.
Whoop whoop.
Alright, well, we're making a fucking weed growing show. I never grew weed before, but I've got all this equipment here. And we're gonna set it up in this room, but first we gotta disinfect it. So as a noob, I heard the best way to disinfect the room is to rub the walls with bleach water. So I've got this sponge mop right now with, we already washed the walls. If you fucking look at the water, it's a little bit dirty, but bleach is bleach, right?
Yeah.
So all I'm doing is taking the sponge mop and I'm just fucking making sure that the walls are thoroughly fucking washed with bleach water. And then I'm gonna let it air dry. And we've already went over it by hand once with rags and stuff.
Yeah.
So this is just kind of like, I think, even just a little bit extra. What do you think? Feel confident that this should be good to be killing the germs on the walls?
Oh yeah, I feel that it's disinfectant. It smells like fucking bleach in here.
It does smell strong like bleach in here. So the advantage of having this sponge mop is when we're done doing the walls, we'll be able to do this right on the ceiling. So we'll be able to disinfect the whole room easily now and efficiently. So step one of building a fucking weed grow up, tear out the carpet,
It's gone.
and clean the room by disinfecting the walls with something that kills germs. In this case, bleach water. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So even though we washed the walls in bleach, we didn't do anything about the floor because we're gonna knock this wall out. But fuck man, I gotta pull all these staples that were holding all the foam out of the floor. I gotta pull all these staples out of the floor right now. And it fucking makes me so hot. I'm sweating down here in front of the heater duct blowing shit in my face. We gotta pull all these staples out so we can have a nice flat floor. And then that's probably, we're gonna just clear this spot out so we can start tearing this wall down and then we'll do the rest. Making pretty good progress. Found rod in the corner here, and found rod in the corner over here. So we're gonna cut it out. Cleaning this place has been an all-day ordeal. I thought it was gonna take like 2 hours to do. It's taken all day. What time is it? 5:30 p.m. We've been going since noon, and here we are. This is the state of the affairs. We've washed the walls once, we removed the ceiling fan, we removed the closet, we found some rod on the floor that we pulled out, and we also found some rod here that we pulled out. I keep sweeping and vacuuming, but I'm gonna mop the floor up right now and then we'll do the walls again. Maybe tonight, I'm not sure. I think this is not gonna be a one-day job. We'll probably have to keep it clean and I don't know. I'm so tired, I've been going all day. Anyway, whatever. We're gonna keep cleaning and then we're gonna put poly up. Patches in the floors. Look at these walls, we put fucking boards on the walls. I got some old wood, I think we might take it down and put it back up, but I don't know, man. We're building it slowly but surely. Probably have to take a whole nother week off now and wait another week to get shit done. But it's happening. It's really fucking happening. I've only expended my energy fucking focused on this. I definitely smoked dabs, but I've hardly fucking been getting blasted. I've just kind of been trying to get this shit done. So I don't know. It's Sunday night now, around 8:30. All right, so it's week 2 here on the Weed Show, and I don't know what the Weed Show is called yet, but we're in this dark room right now. And basically, what's going on is we put up bad wood, and I'm not satisfied with it because it is very dirty. So we're gonna pull down this wood today. We're gonna go and get new plywood, and then we're gonna get some 1x2s so that we can fucking mark off the room. What we're gonna do here is from the wall to the wall is about 13 feet, 10 feet this way. So we're gonna bring it out from the wall to this blue line, and we're gonna do 6.5 in length, or 6.5 feet wide by 10 feet long, 7 feet high, and then we're gonna split the room down the middle, and we're basically gonna do 2 5x5 rooms. So what I need to do in order to, and also we're going to put a little 4x4 veg station right here. And we're going to build walls with, and wrap it in poly so it goes all the way to the ceiling so that they are their own segregated little rooms. And in order to accomplish that, I've got to go buy some new plywood right now and some fucking 1x2s. So we're going to go and do that. Alright, so the progress update then is we took those old dirty pieces of plywood off the wall, which is a benefit, right? Get the dirt off the wall?
Yes.
Yes. And then we pulled the trim. It was my decision to pull the trim off of the wall so that we could affix the plywood over the frame accordingly. And this window had like some weird locks. These locks were on this, so we just had to push the window up to pop the lock off. Now it looks like the wood is going to sit flush on the wall, which is good, right? We also went and got a new fucking sheet of 4x8 ply to put over these 2 windows and a bunch of 1x2 pieces of strapping to build little rooms, which we'll show you later when it fucking becomes more intense. Do you need my help with something?
I was just moving the door.
So that's awesome. So we went to pick up a bunch of supplies, some guide wire and some fucking other bullshit that we needed. And we didn't have to pay for staples. The fucking lady didn't ring them up. And then we had to pay, oh, fucking copyright shit. And then we went and paid for, I thought I was paying for 20 1x2s. But instead of paying for 20 1x2s, I paid for 1 1x2. And they gave me 20. Whoop, whoop. And that's pretty much the update. So we're just going to clean it out, the back room. Fucking get some wood cut, put up on the walls. And that's it. The weed growing show, the development of the room is weird. We're 2 weeks in the process of it.
Yep.
Are you excited?
I'm super excited.
So we got the plywood up. It looks pretty good. It doesn't look like there's any light pollution. Did you see any?
They're still gonna get sealed.
Yeah, they are still going to get sealed. So I think we're going to wrap these in tuck tape. But yeah, I think tuck tape. But will tuck tape stick to the wood as good as a duct tape would? Alright, well then we'll use the tuck tape. And we're going to just wrap it around these edges. And I think I got a little bit more cold air coming up through the floor. I got to put some duct tape on it like I did here. Because all this will end up being poly in the end, right?
Yes.
Cool. Yeah, let's tuck tape these walls. I think we're at least ready to poly the ceiling, right? So we're going to use it's 100 feet by 10 feet. It's black on one side and white on the other to be more reflective. This is what we're using. Thermoflow Technologies, professional grade black and white opaque poly sheeting. I thought it was going to come out in sheets, but it's just one giant fucking roll. It's going to be a bitch to get it up here. Think we'll need 3 people?
Not need, but we'll see.
Okay, so we're going to attempt to unroll this poly and affix it to the ceiling. I think we're just going to put like a couple anchor staples in it, right? And then wherever else we need a staple, we're going to drop a fucking patch of Gorilla Tape and then drive the staple through that, because that's going to be a little added protection instead of ripping right through these. Pretty thick though, eh?
It's pretty thick, yeah. It's a vapor barrier.
But still, added protection is always good. And I don't believe that a whole bunch of black dots all around the room are really going to affect the reflective nature of the poly. So we're probably good, right? Right?
Yeah.
First piece.
It's crazy, Rick. Left side up.
This is not straight now.
No, it's not.
The roster sure should pull the bottom corner of it. I'll pull something out somewhere.
Alright, so we put Gorilla Tape over every spot that we wanted to staple. We pulled a couple staples and then put them back in, but it was okay because it did make things really nice and tight. And it looks really fucking good. And all this shit that hangs down is fine, because we still have to put the fucking plastic walls up. So it looks real good. We used a minimal amount of fucking staples too, really. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Anyway, we put in a bunch of fucking, it's not that bad. It doesn't really look like bad at all. It looks fucking awesome. Right? Good job, man. So now we're gonna do this side of the room, the ceiling, and then we'll do from the floors up, right? Let's do it. All right, so we got the second piece up. We got a little bit of extra overhang, but I mean, like, what are you supposed to do? It's, you know, it's one big piece of fucking shit. So we didn't cut the straightest line, but it overlaps in every area perfectly. And now we're gonna use a roll of brand new duct tape to fucking seal off this gap right here. I'm gonna seal this with duct tape, and then we're gonna do the rest of the walls, right?
Yeah. Just gonna scare up a couple times. I need your help for this part for sure.
Okay. So we're like 2/6 done with it. Right? Wrapping the room in poly. So we put this piece of duct tape up, and then we did this whole wall in one sheet. Very minimal on the staples. We might put a few retaining staples in here, but really, I mean, as long as you're not bumping into the walls, I don't think we really need to. And so we put up this piece of duct tape across to fucking seal it. And then, so what do you think we should do next? Do you think we should do this wall and then cap them? Or should we do this wall and then this? I think we should do this wall and then cap them. Okay, let's fucking do this wall next. Alright, we did the other. I was wanted to do it in one piece, but it would have proven to be extremely difficult. So we just did it in two pieces. It's a little rough up here, but you know, it doesn't matter, right? Because the light's not reflecting off it. It's all going to be pointed down. So we'll do the end caps a little bit later tonight. You got to take a break now, but it's coming together. All these little black dots don't really look that bad either. Maybe we should have got white dot and white Gorilla Tape, but good, right? And we'll do the whole floor. Oh my God. Are you excited? It looks really good. Thanks for your help, man. All right, we got another end cap almost done. I think we just got duct tape it off a bit. I don't think it should be a problem for reflecting light if it's got bubbles in it, right? Should be just fine, right? So I'll put the duct tape to seal it off, and then we'll do the other end cap. And then we're thinking about when we do the poly on the floor, this is gonna be the whole flowering area, this entire side of the room. So we're definitely gonna poly the floor here and put a veg station on this side and put poly on the floor in a little area here. But for the rest of it, we'll cut this up, right? Cut this up and just have linoleum probably on the floor, basically from you, a body width about 1 meter, 3 feet wide to the door, and then all this unused growing area for work. Why put the poly on it, right? We're just gonna keep walking on it, breaking it down?
Sure.
Okay, well, we'll cut this piece up maybe, after we wrap this wall. Cool? We're almost done, man. We get to start building the wall soon. So the heat is on and we fucking put the end cap on this wall, but we didn't cut the hole for the vent, and then the heat kicked on and this whole fucking thing inflated like a balloon, and this was the only port for the air that came out. The duct tape let off the thing. So now it's all, I mean, now that the air's kind of stretched, it's not looking too bad, but we got to reinforce it here.
Just a couple spots.
Yeah, just make it a little tighter in case. It's not going to happen again though, is it? Right? And then we put the 10 by whatever, 10 by 100 feet. So 10 feet across. We couldn't quite get the poly to go up the walls. But that doesn't matter. We'll line it with duct tape and it's going to look real good. So we ended up dealing with the balloon problem by fucking just putting staples into the plywood for now and all supporting the duct. And then we measured out 6.5 feet from the wall. We put down 2 pieces of 1x2 strapping. We just had to cut a little piece off this piece. And this is gonna be the flower area. It's gonna be 2 5 by 6.5 by 7.5 rooms, right?
Yep.
And that's fucking dope. I think the plywood or the duct tape is good. Dude, look at the other side. It fucking looks pretty good. I don't think it looks too bad for first timers. It's a room wrapped in plastic, right?
Looks good.
Good job, man. Thanks for helping me, bud.
Yeah.
By helping me, I mean thanks for doing it all. So what's next? What's next?
What's next?
We're done for the day. This is the end of week 2 of building this room, but we only got a limited amount of time together, right? So what's the next part? Lay the plastic down on the floor here, do a 4x4 or maybe 5x5 veg area.
Probably frame that on the floor so we can do the same thing.
So we'll frame out the rooms that we want,
walls.
and then we'll build up.
Yep.
And I'm thinking it's 10 feet wide, so I wanted to do 1 foot out, 1 foot in the center, and 1 foot on this wall, and then each doorway would be 3.5 feet wide.
Sure.
Yeah? Because why would you want to have a more narrow doorway?
Don't want to know that.
So 3.5 feet doors here
Wide.
and here, with a foot there, a foot here, and a foot here. And then we'll build this wall all the way back and up and segregate the 2 rooms. It's going to be so sick. Thanks, man.
Cool.
What up? It's been a couple weeks. We've been slowly but surely building this room. We're just not finding time to get it done, but now we're doing more stuff. Hopefully today we're going to get some fucking walls up. We've already started putting strapping on the walls to make 2 5 by 6.5 rooms. We'll split it down the middle. I don't think this is quite the middle yet. And then I don't think we have to worry about the sagging and the pillowing and the thing, eh? Because once we get the strapping on, it's going to tighten right up.
If you find the tape, we'll put a couple of them.
Okay, yeah, I lost the tape too. So yes, more work underway. There's no good one place to get a good shot, but this is the framing that we put up for one side. And then each room now is 6.5 by 5 by 7.5. We're gonna wrap poly around all of these. And then these door openings are like what, 3'2"? 3'2" each opening. These rooms are symmetrical. And then that's it. It's kind of hung down at the back, but I don't think it's really going to matter because it's not really supporting a lot of weight, right? Just a little bit of poly.
Right.
And then we'll build a. How big is the? You're going to do 4x4 for this veg?
Ish.
Maybe 4x5.
4x4, 4.5.
So we're going to build a little veg station here the same way and segregate it from the rest of the room with a wall. Progress. It's actually coming together pretty fucking good. I'm impressed with 1x2s.
Hold that for me, look.
Okay. Okay, and then we frame the 4x. It's like 4x4.
Yeah, like 4x4.5 feet.
4.5 feet this way.
Yeah.
4 feet this way. This is 27 inches, which is well, it's all linoleum. None of this will be, so it'll be workspace. And then this is it. This is the room. Now all that's left is to maybe put a few beams in between these, right? And then staple some poly to it.
Yep.
Next week. So I had an electrician come and pull all these wires through the window. Through the wall. We're gonna add new breakers to the circuit box, and then look at this. He ran the wires through, and then we put the tape back up. So we're gonna have one that runs around. This is on its own breaker to the veg room, and then we'll have 3 more come in this way. We'll have one that runs to these 3 outlets. And then we'll have one that runs to this outlet for the light, and we'll have one that runs to this outlet for the light. And then each one of these, 1, 2, this circuit is 3, and this one makes 4, are exactly that, their own circuits. They're gonna get their own breakers. That's awesome. And we put a cap on that light. By we, I didn't do nothing. I just can only thank the people that have been helping me get it done. So thanks. I'm a little bit stoned. I hope you like the weed show. We're getting pretty close to getting this room done. As soon as these are done, we'll put the poly up and then hang the light. I think we're gonna probably end up hanging the light today. 4 new breakers, a bigger hole in the wall. But look at this, we got a new light in here. Hey? Each flower room has its own breaker for a light. These are on its own breaker. One goes around here and puts all these on a breaker, and this light also. And the old shit got capped, so a couple more 1x2s, and I think it's coming together. We got a little blood on the wall. I'll wipe it off with some alcohol wipes in a minute. It's coming together.
You know what I mean? I know you probably get used to it after a while, but it's just fucking making me like, oh.
It's Friday, December 30th right now at about 9:30 p.m. and I'm shooting this outro because I just finished editing the weed show. I think we're gonna call it the weed show, Rick. I don't know what else to call it. It's like fucking the weed show. It's good to go. So we got this done. Come on in, Rick, real quick here. So we got these little 1x2 strapping walls built. It's redundant from the last 20 minutes of the video, but I don't give a fuck. So we did all of this, okay? All of these rooms have their own power now. We gotta need a few more 1x2s to finish this. To finish the bedroom, we need a couple more 1x2s. We need to wrap these rooms still in poly. And I think other than that, like that's pretty much the transformation of the room. Once we get the 1x2s finished being installed for this bedroom, and we wrap this room in poly, we're gonna wrap this room in poly first, and this will be the first flower room that we're gonna use. And then I think we're probably gonna leave this room unpolyed, so that we can. What the fuck? I think we're gonna leave this room unpolyed so that it like feels a little more spacious in here, and that's the deal. But I don't know, maybe not. Maybe we'll put the poly up. But those are the final steps. The transformation is virtually complete. Being in an extremely redundant, stoned, Saturday, Friday night fucking video. I don't give a fuck, Rick. I do whatever I want. Wrap the room in poly. These two little rooms, that little room over there, and hang up the light. That's what I'm getting at. Once we get the poly up, there's nothing else to do except hang the light. And then once we get the light up, we put the air filter up the same day. And then we're going to run the air filter for like a week. And hopefully by the next, we're going to put these videos out once a month. I think we're going to do the weed show once a month right now as we get updated slowly. Progress is a slow process with marijuana, so I think once a month is just fine for that show. And if we need to make more shows, we will. But how long have we been running?
2:30.
2.5 minutes, that's fine. So I hope then that you did like watching the weed show. We're going to keep the weed show going. We're going to do it once a month on Fridays. I haven't decided exactly how that's going to play out, but that is how it's going to play out. Once a month on Fridays. So stay tuned for another all-new episode of the weed show next month on a Friday night. I'm not sure which one yet. And we're just going to wrap up the transformation. And hopefully also you'll be seeing the first bits of green passing through this room. That's what I'm excited for, to see some weed come through here. That's what I want to fucking see. Big time. Alright, that's it. Thanks for watching this weed show. New weed show next month. That's it.